This is Lee R. to Lee L. to wish you the happiest of 80th birthdays and to give a little insight into our relationship from my point of view. We have been really good friends since I moved back to Margate in 1968, and I have loved being your good friend. One thing I love about you is the fact there's no facade. What you see is what you get. You're the most honest and forthright person that I know, really. I have loved our competition in tennis and now golf, and I have cherished that for years, and I hope for years to come. It still amazes me how we get to the 18th tee when we've had 12 different presses and you know exactly where everything stands, who will win what. If I win the hole, or if you win the hole or we have, I'd have to get to the scorecard and go over it for half an hour and figure it out and see that you were exactly right as usual. I love how we always have sought each other's advice, medically and legally, and it's been given freely. I know that geographically we're apart now, we don't see each other as often, but I love the fact that when we get together, either by phone or in person, we just take up where we left off, just like Diane and Judy have always done. Best of all, Lee, you were a friend when I really needed a friend, when I was single and having a tough time in life. We've both been through ups and downs. But I remember our talk in the Linwood locker room, where you sat there so thoughtfully and listened to where I was in life. And I really appreciated your advice, which really helped me get through that. And I also deeply appreciate how you and Sandy made me feel at home on Sundays in Longport to watch the games. And also how both of you have really accepted Stephanie and made her a part of our group. And we always look forward to spending time with you, period. Basically, Lee, I really feel to me that you are like the brother that I never had and always wanted, and I really cherish our friendship. We both have had a great run as we both have discussed, and who knows what the future holds for us, but I hope that we can still keep our relationship going and our golf matches going as often as possible. As we are in our 80s. 80s, not such a big deal. I have 3 neckties older than that, but I love you like a brother, and I hope you have the happiest 80th birthday and beyond, and we'll keep on trucking. Take care, buddy.
Hi, Lee. It's 2 of your oldest, bestest buddies checking in to wish you a happy birthday. Our memories with you go back, 50 years for Mike and 35 years for me. Out of hundreds of memories, we each picked one, and Mike's, no surprise here, involves fishing.
Well, Lee and Sandy and Jill and Pat and AJ and I were in the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. And I want to tell a little tale to show how frugal Lee is. As you know, he's sort of famously frugal. I decided I wanted to catch a black marlin on a 2-pound test line, which would have been a world record. So I chartered a seaplane to come in and pick us up at dawn. It was Lee and me and my captain, and we flew 100 miles up the reef to an island where we had a charter boat. And we chartered the boat, got on the charter, flew in a seaplane, got on the charter boat, ran 20 miles offshore, because that's where we thought the fish were, and lo and behold, we got lucky and caught the fish. We caught a world record. Well, now we had to go way in the world record, so we had to take our boat and go 30 miles into Townsville, cancel the seaplane, weigh the fish in a certified scale, which weighed it right. Then we had to get a land plane and fly back to the island we started with. When we got back, it was dark, and Pat asked me, "How'd you like fishing?" And Lee said, "Well, it was sort of exciting, but we had to charter 2 planes, charter a boat, and it's much too expensive for me. I'm going to keep playing golf."
Okay, my memory goes back to the early 80s, and we went to Africa. AJ was 10, Jill was 7, and Lee and I were endlessly fascinated with the reproductive equipment of every animal we saw. I have no idea what that was all about, but it kept us busy for 10 days, and you know that's quite a feat to keep Lee busy for 10 days, much to the bewilderment of everybody else on the trip. So, what we would say, life is good, life is nothing but memories, and some of our best memories involve you and Sandy. So, we love you, Lee, and Irie, come here.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Lee!
Lee! Happy birthday, Tuesday, Lee!
Okay, cut it.
Hi, Lee. I'm going to try to express some of my feelings about you and the impact that you have had on my life. However, I want you to know in advance that I won't be able to say everything that's in my heart because of the time limitations. You have been and remain one of the best people that I have ever met in my life. You have certainly been one of the most impactful people on my life. You have been many things to me. You've been like an older brother, a second father, an incredible friend, a mentor, and a role model. When I think of your many good qualities, I have to limit my talking points. I could have, for example, focused on your kindness, your keen intellect, your lightning fast wit and great sense of humor, or your unmatched enthusiasm for life. But instead, I've decided to focus on your generosity. And when I say generosity, I don't just mean generosity with money, although I've witnessed that on a million occasions. But I'm really talking about generosity of spirit. I have never met anyone who is more willing to forgive and forget than you are. I've never met anybody who is more willing to spend time and attention to listen to somebody else's problems or issues and try to offer solutions. And if this problem or issue is solvable, the solutions you offer range from practical and useful to brilliant and innovative. I have a storehouse of memories of your involvement in my life. Aside from my parents, you were the first older person or adult who paid any attention to me as a person. You talked with me, you joked with me, you taught me how to play baseball, basketball, football, and tennis. You took me to more ball games than I can count. And when I was a kid, there was nothing that was more exciting to me than to be going to a Phillies game or an Eagles game with my favorite relative, you. So Lee, thanks for everything. On my birthday wish for you on this milestone birthday is that you will have many, many more years of good health and enjoyment of life. You deserve it. You are the best. Here's Mary.
Hi, Lee. One of the best things about marrying into the Levine family was gaining you as a relative. You are the real deal. Your enthusiasm for pretty much everything in life is a benefit, is a gift to all of the people that you're with. Your genuine concern and care for your friends and family is heartwarming. And of course, being with you is always great fun. And I especially love watching your many quirks. One of the things I really like is watching you drink out of a martini glass. So, you know, the world is really a much better place for having you in it, and I'm grateful that I've had the privilege of knowing you for the last 43 years. So happy birthday, Lee, and many more.
Lee, I can't believe how bad I look in this video. Sorry about that, can't do anything about it because of my age. We've been practicing together for 44 years by my count. 40 of it, a little more than 40 of it in this last practice, and I think we've only had one real dispute that I can recall, and that had to do with trying to cull through dead files in our warehouse in Egg Harbor Township the same weekend that there was an Eagles game. And you refused to do it. I was upset. You got upset. I talked you into it. We did it. We did it quickly, probably disposed of some files we shouldn't have. But nevertheless, you made the Eagles game in plenty of time, and then ended up not being a problem. So I've enjoyed our life together, and you know, I got one more quick thing I got to tell you. It's funnier than anything you ever heard in your life. It'll make you go crazy. I thought this was going to run out after a minute, so I have nothing else to say. Bye.
birthday, Papa Lee. You are the best grandfather ever because you take me places, you buy me cool stuff, you invite me to your pool, you invite me to your pool, we always have fun, and you bought me a new cool bike. I would be so sad without you, Papa Lee. Happy birthday.
Dad, it's impossible for me to put into words how thankful I am for you and everything you've done for me. You've taught me everything about values, the human connection, life simplicities, to love nature, the love of life. You've taught me so many simple philosophies, and I just can't thank you enough. I admire your humble nature, the subtle way that you are accepting and you allow everybody to be themselves, and your just overall love for life. Thank you for teaching me, for sharing with me, for being patient, for driving me to school every day and doing all of the little things that sometimes we take for granted. I love you, and happy birthday. I love you.
Hi, Lee. I thought that I had already recorded this. Happy and healthy 80th birthday. I will also be celebrating 40 years in December with you, Alan, and Paul. The time has gone by very quickly. I can remember vividly our trip to the then Yugoslavia, our one night together in a hotel room in Serbia, which for both of us was our last time, and also a meeting that we had in a law office with two older law partners, and you said to me, one of these days that'll be us, and I guess that time has come. Again, it's been a wonderful 40 years. Would not have wanted to do it with anyone else. And again, a happy and healthy birthday. So on.
Hi, Lee. When Ben sent me this email address to record a little tribute to you on your birthday, I thought it would be a really funny thing to share a couple stories with everybody about stuff that has happened to us over the years. And then I thought it would seem like a roast, and I decided that I didn't want to do that. So I just wanted to tell you that we love you, I love you, and I wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for us over the years, and not just for the stuff that you've gotten us, the presents and so on, but for sharing your experience and your life and your thinking, and allowing us to be part of your life. It's truly an honor, and we love you. That's it. Again, I didn't want this to turn into a roast. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you and we love you. I know that I'm repeating myself, but we do. And the happiest of birthdays, 80 more, even though I know you wouldn't want 80 more. But again, long life, happiness, and I'm sure I'll see you soon. Bye.
Happy 80th birthday, Lee.
Memories. There are many great memories of the time Steph and I have spent with Lee and Sandy over the past 33 years. Most of the memories involve golf, many Saturday outings with the group, trips to St. Andrews, to Baltusrol, and most recently to Oakmont. Travel, car trips to the Greenbrier, driving over the narrow mountain pass from Denver to Aspen, navigating the narrow streets in Ireland, business deals, the chicken business, restaurant deals, and nightclubs. We're especially fond of Lee's driving skills. Most of all, we love Lee for his strong character and his ability to deal with difficult issues, resolve them, and move on to new opportunities. Sharing great times and memories with Lee has made our lives richer and happier. Happy birthday, Lee. Love always.
Love you, Lee.
Over 40 years ago, I got out of the United States Marine Corps, and I went over to Lee Levine's office. I had met him briefly a few years before, and I realized that this guy was the brightest attorney in Atlantic County, so I wanted to be his friend. I went over to his office, had a brief conversation with him, and for some unknown reason, since that time, I've never had anybody define the word friendship better than Lee Levine. He's always had my back, he's always been there whenever I've needed assistance, and I'm very lucky. The best story I can tell about that friendship, it came to pass about 20 years ago. Somebody was attacking me, and pretty viciously. Lee called the individual and told him to come to his office and pick up the files because he wouldn't represent him anymore. How many people can tell a story about a friend who's willing to call a future president of the United States and tell him, come on and pick up your files? Lee, happy birthday. You're the best.
Okay, this has started. Oh, look at this. Don't spoil the surprise, Bob. We're here to do a tribute to Lee's 80th birthday. Lee, this is Paul Chan, your partner for 40 years. We're talking law, not golf, but it's great being your partner. And I have with us...
Hey, Lee.
Bob
It's good
Hope.
to be your friend. You're a great friend.
And...
Hey, buddy.
Tom McAdam.
A lot of years. A lot of golf.
And now, let's see, playing lessons with the pros. I'm ready, Bob.
You need a ball.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Wait, here you go.
This is replica of Lee putting.
Ah!
Notice how authentic that was, Lee. He missed it for you. Listen, I want to take this opportunity after all these years of golf to be a representative for my children and thank you for their college education. I love you, buddy.
Happy birthday, Lee.
Happy birthday, Lee.
Happy birthday, Lee. I can't believe you're 80 years old. Anyone to whom I speak is amazed that you're going to be 80 years old. You don't look a day over 70. I don't know how I can adequately tell you, Lee, what a tremendous impact you have had on my life. 33 years ago, I came for an interview, and from that day forward, I've been blessed to work for you. I even worked for you way back when I was 21 years old, before I had children, so we go back a real long way. You have been such a major part of my life. You have done so much for me and my family, and I am so very grateful for that. You are the most kind, thoughtful, sincere, and generous person I know. Despite all your success in life, you treat everyone you meet with respect. That, to me, is the true character of a great person. The year of your 80th birthday will also be memorable because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Lee, you are one of the most important people in my life. Thank you for being such a great person to work for and a great friend to me over the years. I love you. Happy birthday, Lee.
I'm making this video for Lee's birthday. The instructions say I'm supposed to tell you something unique about Lee, and that's hard because Lee's unique in lots of ways. But if there's one thing that I would point to, it would be how optimistic he is every single day. The Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, the Phillies the pennant, Nick Foles will get into the Hall of Fame, and Antares will trade for $10 a share. But those things can't even express how optimistic he is. I think the best way to do that is this. Art Sklar has a picture in his office of a rancher looking over a kill. And the caption reads, "It's not steak until it's in the pan." Now, if Alan Staller had that picture, it would be, it's not steak until it's in my mouth, because it could fall on the floor, it could burn in the pan, or a prehistoric bird might drag it away. If Lee had that picture in his office, it would be of an amoeba, and the caption would read, "Look, steak." So I would say happy birthday to Lee, but really, is there any other kind?
All right, well, happy birthday, Lee. We're just, Higgy's just checking out, so we can, we're just leaving Aspen so we can talk about Terry and him when we're gone today. Happy birthday. It was 20 years ago, we were doing the same thing in Ireland. So you've been a great friend and many more. I'll turn it over now to someone less intelligent than me, Brian Higgins.
Happy birthday, Lee. We love you.
We love you, Lee. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, many, many more. Love
Happy
you.
birthday.
Lee, happy birthday.
80th.
Happy 80th birthday. One of the best things that ever happened to Veronica and I was moving next door to you.
And getting married.
And getting married. I can't forget my pumpkin. But honestly, like, we couldn't ask for a better neighbor. You're loyal. You're a good friend. You allow me to come over to your house and lament every Sunday during football season.
Wishing you the best, healthiest, happiest birthday. God bless. Chindan.
Chindan, happy birthday, Lee.
Happy birthday.
We'll give you an Eagles cheer. You ready? Levine! Levine! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Lee. Wanted to thank you for welcoming me into your family. Your genuineness, your generosity, your timing, your humor, all these things have made it so much easier for me to come into your family, and I truly thank you for that. I hope you have a very happy birthday. You deserve it. You're surrounded by friends and family, and we couldn't think of a better place to be. Happy birthday.
I want to share a couple of my favorite memories with you. They're endless, but just some of the best ones that make me laugh and that I'll never forget and that I cherish. First of all of our ski trips growing up, you know, singing John Denver in the car and acting like the Cleavers until we get to Elk Mountain when some man tells you that you are not able to bring your car through, in which you turned into an animal. And then of course there was time that we wanted you to get in the hot tub while we were all comfy and cozy at the warm lodge, and we watched you slip and almost break your neck, but you were always a gentleman and you made us happy, which was always your end game. And we can't forget about how you insist on addressing people by what you think is their name rather than just making it general. And my favorite memory about that is with Brad at Hidden Creek. Hi Brad, this is my daughter Judy. Brad, can we go to the driving range, Brad? And what's the weather like, Brad? And he answered all your questions and then very nicely told you that his name was John. And then of course, I have to touch on your time that we bumped into each other at Castles in the morning, and you said good morning as if I was a total stranger, and you were really shocked that it was your daughter. And of course, last but not least, I love being your IT person with your phone. As soon as I walk in the door, you have something for me to do, and then when I go to do it, you won't let me hold your phone. You want to do it yourself. But with all that being said, I love you to the moon. You are the most spectacular father, and I can't believe you're 80 years old because you seem 30. And may you live forever, and you make my life so awesome. And now Mike wants to say a couple of words.
Hi Lee, can't believe that you're 80, you're so youthful, and I really want to thank you for hatching Judy. She's the light of my life, and happy birthday, and best wishes.
I could say about you, you are just an amazing father, an amazing person, and a funny story comes to mind when we were younger, going on ski trips and listening to John Denver, Elton John, and Simon and Garfunkel, and just knowing every single word to all the songs. Never a dull moment when we're with you. You are just an amazing role model, loving person, and just the best dad ever. You look half your age, but happy 80th birthday to you. I can hardly believe it. You're the best. Love you so much and can't wait to make so many more memories with you.
I just want to tell you a couple of things that I love about you. One of them is how genuinely interested you are in whatever's going on in my life, even if it's something that you don't necessarily care about, you still are genuinely interested. And I also want to say that I love every advice that you've given me. One of the ones I'll take with me is that you just to show up in life, and I think I take that with me in my personal life as well as in my professional life, and just love spending time with you and love you. Happy to be here.
Well, I've known you all my life. You've been a great role model in my life, whether it's personally talking about sports or shooting the breeze or talking about the market, talking about business. I can't express my gratitude for how much you've taught me. We've started young with Monopoly and we've grown to the stock market now. Just wanted to say I love you and I can't wait to share more memories with you.
Lee, Dad, Pop-Pop, 80? I can't believe it. You are more like a brother to me. You are a mentor in the law office. Who would I be watching Eagles games with? I can't believe it's been more than 30 years. We finally got our Super Bowl. I have to say, I told you so. Listen, keep it up. You're the strongest 80-year-old I know, and we love you. Cheers.
Hi, Lee. Ben came up with this great idea to do a tribute video celebrating your 80th birthday. I believe we met when I was 24, you were 36, Nancy was 12, Judy was 8, and Jill was just a twinkle in our eye. And now we've spent a lifetime together. I can say, as a husband, if you practice the rest of your life, you could become poor at this. To your credit, Lee, you've done just the opposite. And I'm not only flattered, but grateful that you wanted to practice being a wonderful husband and the caring and loving friend that I've always wanted. You know, I'm not one to publicly proclaim my love for someone. You know, I believe that you can tell if I love you by the things that I do, not just by saying I love you. So I'll repeat what we say to each other all the time, and that is that I feel lucky and grateful for the lives that we've spent together, we've made for each other, and that we've enjoyed together. I just want you to know that I want to thank you at this time, this special time in our lives, for being the great husband, father, grandfather, and friend anyone could ever have. I hope this birthday is filled with everything and everyone you love. And I just want to say, keep up the good work, buddy. You're doing great.